Hey, what's up? Hello. You're watching my favorite YouTube channel. I am the YouTube phenomenon known as Chill Mon Grr. What you gonna do, bro? Oh, I mean, Hulk Hogan. The 68% drop has come out. Let's talk about it in detail. A week ago, I came out here and I said that finally we're at the point where we have a market research data where after all of the comic book stuff, I'm not that hot. I'm not going to begin that hot. After all of the comic book information I've observed and saw comics get canceled where it's a new mantle on somebody, and maybe the first issue did perform really well and people kind of just gave up on it, and the effect lost its effect. There's a new person who's the Wasp. There's a new person who is all the characters, Captain America's. There's been more than one. So here's the movie without a Chadwick Boseman death to sort of still use Chadwick Boseman's image to sell the movie. You didn't promote Steve Rogers, not one bit. You promoted Red Hulk a whole lot, but you didn't use Steve. You used this new guy. Falcon calls himself Captain America now. We even had a TV show to establish it. He's had 10 years of appearances before we saw him because he did debut in a 2014 film, Winter Soldier. Everyone knows who Anthony Mackie's character is. All right, did it all. You prepared it, gave him the shield at Endgame, and Endgame is the most watched movie ever. And here we go. We actually get some details. We get some feedback. The first, even before the movie came out, the first weekend, it was being talked about like, oh, it's not a failure. It's not supposed to make what the first Captain America's did, what Steve Rogers can do. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Here comes a 68% drop on the second weekend. This has to mean that they know just calling a character something doesn't work. And I hopefully, for all of my Monica Rambeau fans, Photon gets to have her name Photon, and they don't slap Captain Marvel. Oh, it's not working out with Brie. She wouldn't promote the movie for us after the strike ended. Well, we're having issues there. What if we just call Monica's character Captain Marvel? In the comic books, she was called Captain Marvel before Carol was. Side note, she's not the first Captain Marvel in Marvel. She's like the fourth Captain Marvel in comics in general. It was always a hand-me-down name, and it's not one that I celebrate. But we could just throw Captain Marvel 2 or 3, and we'll start it with Monica. This will work, Get that black audience. We'll put the movie out in February. Bro, some of those strategies have been proven not to work. With a 68% drop, and it's like it's over now. There's no this movie has longevity. Hold on a little bit. We can see what happens. It was snowing in Toronto, New York, Chicago, Indianapolis. You'll see that when the movie, bro, it's done. The mantle swaps didn't work. This movie went from, well, it's called Captain America, and the last one we did, Captain America: Civil War, grossed $1 billion. One before that did 700 million. So at least that's what we're looking at, with inflation and ticket prices increasing, we can get 700 million. All the way down to, I remember I was watching New Rockstars, and I'm not hating on New Rockstars or anything. Hello, Pam Entertainment TV. I'm not hating on New Rockstars, but they did a vid talking about, well, you see, the way that they marketed was that they would join their brand with other Bounty towels. It's funny, I have paper towels right here. And you would see Sam Wilson scoop it up, and they would use Sam Wilson and the Falcon and Captain America in the commercial. So it was wise. The advertising budget was pretty clever. They may not need to make that much money because of how much they saved on marketing. I saw a whole lot of marketing for Japan, and of course that's just my bubble. But I feel like I saw a whole lot. And the movie had to do a lot with Japan. The international box office was not saying much. 55% of the money comes domestically and 45% came internationally, and that is Garbaggio. Share screen. You can see here. Let me just go to the main page. Domestically, this film grossed 120. Internationally, this film grossed 98 million. So domestic 55 and international 45 is atrocious. If I look at any other movie, what's another February film? Ant-Man Quantumania. If I look at Quantumania, that it was 45 domestically and the international was 54%. That's the difference, bro. If we look at some hit movies like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which also came out relatively soon, 2023, domestically 42%, internationally 57%. You're supposed to be appealing to the world. The world is not coming for this. They're not falling for it. The world is different. Even like when it comes to Star Wars, China didn't really care to go check out the Star Wars movie. I got my props, yes. This really does show that MCU doesn't read comics. They adapted the all new, all different era without the two biggest stars in Miles and Laura, and it did it even worse. This movie won't even hit the cooked numbers that Disney gave Deadline with a break-even point of 425. I was just bringing that up, so appreciate that you brought me back to the Deadline numbers. Hell, it might not even clear Black Adam sans China, 394. Wa alaikum assalam. This movie needed reshoots like anything. The director was crap, and the thing they had bad writers. I think from inception, from before our script was created, when Steve Rogers gave the shield, I think it was cooked then. There's nothing that they could have done to make people want to see this film. Maybe there's something they could have done to get an extra 40, $50 million. But as soon as you decided that Captain America is now going to stop being Steve, that was it. That was the end. There's a reason why I didn't go see that movie. There's many reasons why I didn't see that movie. Free Palestine, and I don't want to be supporting Disney, but I would have supported this Disney movie if it was called a Falcon movie. It was Sam Wilson, black lead, black IP, blickety black. I'm there. I have to be there. But I haven't seen their movie since October of 2023. That's where Marvel is cutting costs, directors and writers, something we noticed. Yes, for now, we know that the Russos are back and their quality, they're probably getting paid a whole lot. If they're also part of the X-Men projects, probably going to be really good for the next few years. So we got to recognize that and give points to Marvel for what they're doing. They canceled Strange Academy, Terror Inc., Nova. Nova may have been good, and we never know what they could have done with that, but they canceled Nova, and I'm really not mad. I just fine. Well, I don't need another Agatha all along or another Secret Invasion, Echo, She-Hulk. Your shows don't really mean anything. When's the last time Moon Knight showed up somewhere? So yeah, let them cancel things. Back to the point of the stream, which is Anthony Mackie. And shout out to him, bro. He's advertising the movie. He's supposed to be done. I just mentioned Brie Larson. When that writers and actor strike came to a final day, the movie had already been out. She didn't do any promotion. It was like Saturday. The only people I saw advertising that movie was Teyana Paris and Iman Vellani. They were on The View. They were actually advertising their movie. Brie Larson? Nope. Because I'm sure that she was only supposed to advertise before that Friday. And by the time the movie came out on that weekend, she was done. So just because the actor strike ended, it didn't mean like I owe you extra advertising. I don't think she wanted to play ball with them. She used her rights, and if you would have paid her, she probably would have done it. The Rob Liefeld right now is cooking Marvel over everything that they're all about. Rob Liefeld created the Deadpool character, and he's all over the place. Every single day he's tweeting something negative. Bo DeMeo is flaming them also, and they have a poor box office. They have a poor international audience. No matter how you want to try to market this movie, they saw the skin color of Anthony Mackie, and they said, "Nah, I'm gonna take my money somewhere else." China, well, bad luck, has the movie Naza 2. It's a cartoon or animated film, and I just heard it made more than Inside Out 2 with the record now for having the most views, okay? What is a Chinese family, not all, gonna do? Oh, here's my kid. Let me bring him to the movie theater. You want to see Black Man, or do you want to see popular Chinese cartoon? So, like, terrible luck for them. Everyone who's in China is taking their kids to see the other movie instead. And even if they were getting money from China, there's such a smaller cut that the studios receive. So, Rob Liefeld is cooking himself. He's racist as fuck. Is that why him and Bo DeMeo haven't done a collaboration stream yet? He doesn't want to do a video? That's funny. They took the Israeli character out of the movie as much as they can. She was in it more than I thought she'd be, bro. Harrison Ford and Mackie were the two stars of the film. But this woman is probably number 3, right under the Joaquin character, who I will not be calling Falcon because Sam is Falcon and I don't hand mantles off, which is my point. Mantles don't work. They're just not profitable. And we have data. We can look at the Shuri movie for Black Panther way back then, and it's not working there. It made $1.3 billion the first time, which is a whole lot. We only say 1 billion. We forget to add the extra 300 million. But also, when it came down to what happened afterwards, when you gross $800 million, I'm hoping the Deadline article, right her. What the frick is that? Where's that chart? Here's the chart. So it's live, pal. Damn, I'm not in the center. The domestic box office for Wakanda Forever grossed 454, internationally 389, and the Chinese box office in Wakanda Forever. Man, what is it about China? What is only 16 million? Wow. So the worldwide they grossed 859. That's important. 859. The theatrical revenue was only 425. We see 859, but the theatrical revenue was $425 million. They started including home entertainment and streaming, which just means you paying yourself, as they recognize later in this article. And they said, well, the total revenue was 750. Nah, bro. I'm going to look at that theatrical number that you gross 425. If you spend gazillions of dollars marketing your movie of Wakanda Forever and you put so much into the budget and you only make back that 400 something million, you failed. Deadline will continue and they'll show us the expenses. Production costs were 200 mil, prints and ads 140, video costs 55, residual, total expenses 491 million. 491 were the total expenses to make the film and promote the film. And let's rewind to see what theatrical revenue 425. 425 is a smaller number than 491. I can say the same thing when Deadline does the chart for the Falcon movie, Brave New World. It's not profitable. It loses money. Toys don't sell. Fortnite skins don't sell. Fans aren't happy. There's poor reviews of it. It doesn't empower. Long term, we know the real Black Panther is T'Challa. We know the real Captain America is Steve. There's no good that comes from it. There's no immediate benefit from it. His role will be diminished in the new Avengers film because of how poor this did. When they start filming it next month, they're just going to be like, hey, yeah, Sam, he's probably not going to be in that big final fight. Let's do it with Thor instead. Every like inkling of data that you can reach to proves mantles don't work. The mantleification of franchises is probably going to come to an end here. James Gunn, please watch. He's not watching my channel because I'm not there yet. But please take notes, James Gunn, and go, I will never do that again with Superman or Batman. It's fine for alternate storylines in the comics when there's a new comic of Batman every week. Fine, let's do something with Terry McGinnis. You know, we're running out of ideas, or it'll be cool if something's fresh. I understand that. We don't get a new movie every week. We've only had 3 Captain America movies. People were not sick of this Captain America character. And in his Avengers appearances, maybe he had 7 appearances in total. 7 appearances in the span of 16 years does not bore people where they go, oh, so they got to do something new. There's no reason here to do this. It is backwards. Kevin Feige is Mariah Carey. He didn't know nothing. He was stupid. He is foolish. And he's lying to myself. Kevin Feige right now, like, needs to wake up, have a slap of reality, and go, huh, this doesn't work. The mantle swaps are ineffective. I am Mariah Carey. There's a 68% drop. 68% drop ain't even half of what I'm feeling inside. I need Steve Rogers back in my life. He needs to wake up. He needs to bump that song too and go, shit. And I killed T'Challa. What do I do? February isn't a good idea because there's snowstorms in February, and it's a terrible month historically, even though the IMAX screenings were available. Damn, I got competition from Chinese animated films. Oh, what do I do? Kevin Feige, bro. Free feedback on the internet. Sometimes I feel like he listens because the Academy X TV show is like a great idea. Maybe you can have that show build into the movie, and the finale of the show can happen a month before the movie. And while the trailers for the movie's happening, who's that character? Oh, that's Sunspot. That's Cannonball. Yeah, they're in the Academy. Yeah, and actually, there was an episode where Storm showed up. What, really? And as you're gearing up to watch the X-Men movie, some casuals might tune into the Disney Plus, and then you can use the set that you use for the TV show for the movie. You can use the set again for the next movie, for the next. It would be so good. And I feel like they're listening sometimes. Sometimes I feel like they're listening. They should be listening. This is the time they listen. The mantles don't work. No one's amped for Hawkeye or the Black Widow. Yelena Belova now is the new Black Widow. The new everyone in Thunderbolts. There's another guy named Captain America and U.S. Agent, rather. No one understood. No one got behind Wyatt Russell's character. It's not working. It's broken. It's illogical. It doesn't make money now, which is probably the most important thing. And you need to take the correct message, Kevin. I don't want to hear. I see a lot of messages on the side. I want to get to them, but I won't. I don't want to hear black movies don't sell. Because in 2018 in February, a fucking black movie sold. It was Black Panther. It was every character. It was a supporting cast. It was the lead cast. It was a country in Africa. It was all of it that we asked for. We got it. It made money, grossed over $1 billion. It was such a surprise. Everyone wanted to flock to see the movie theaters. Why weren't the passion for this franchise? Where was it? What was different about calling Sam Captain America instead of calling him Falcon? He still could have fought with the shield, but he could have been the Falcon. Everyone could have got behind that instead of throwing Falcon the brand on Joaquin Torres. Why isn't it registering, Kevin? Your skills are diminishing with the lives, chill. I'm confused about X-Men Academy. Like, it makes sense, but all the X-Men casting rumors seem low 20s. Well, they're low 20s now, but by the time we get to filming 2-3 years from now, they're mid 20s. Hello. Thank you for the support. China is racist. And again, we don't mean everyone in China, just like we don't mean everyone in America. There's a lot of Americans also taking their kid to the movie theaters and going, how about Nosferatu? There's a lot of, maybe not that one, but we know it exists, right? And to counter that, do something that Blue can go to the movies and love and see multiple times. Blue, are you going to watch this film twice? He's too big time now. Bad quality storytelling. Yeah, we're not even getting into the quality of the film. If the quality of the film was better, there could be an extra 100 million maybe. But what are we looking at? A movie that doesn't even gross 600. Oh, Quantumania grossed 476 million. We're probably looking at a movie that does the same thing. Quantumania had a 69% drop. Nice. And this one had a 68% drop. If you just kind of, because of that, for those reasons only, and it was also a President's Day February release, weekend release. We could probably just track and apply that for the domestic box office. But international, a lot of the people are not showing up there internationally. Let's say Marvel recast Chris Evans. He was tired of the role after Endgame, made another White Cat movie. Would you have preferred that? That's interesting. It's just I'm so opposed mantle swapping that the answer is yes, I would prefer it over what we got now, but I also still wouldn't prefer it. I also still wouldn't prefer it. Like I no, it's a weird question. It just because I prefer it over what we got doesn't mean it's like that'll be awesome. Ironically, I bet tons of fans would have been mad at a Chris Evans recasting. Oh, but don't figure drawing, bro, and you are a troll. Don't frame it that way where you set it up that the argument that way to where fans would be mad if Chris Evans was recast. Are you trying to make points for the studio on behalf of like recasting T'Challa? Because the fans who would be mad that T'Challa is being recast are the fans who would be mad the greatest black character in the history of cinema continued on screen. So what if they're mad? You would have this this opportunity to get the fuck out of here, bro. RDJ Doom is going to cook Sam and Carol's new Avengers like Wanda. Oh, let's go to Blue's house because he's a YouTuber and he's a channel member and he's a good guy. And I support Blue's house, Blue Minati. I'm blue. This was a good month to drop with no competition, except for the Chinese movie. Summertime drop would have made it even worse. Well, then why didn't Jurassic World happen now? Why did they do the summer? What do you mean? Thunderbolts is getting the summer drop, not Falcon. Falcon was supposed to get a summer drop. They had to do the reshoots and they changed the dates. I don't know what your point is. Actually, I don't remember we talked about this. Blue. February is terrible. February is a bad month. Stop acting like it is good. Like it got lucky with Black Panther because it was such a freaking phenomenon. February is not the month movies hit. Yelena is beloved though. She's fine. All right. Well, we'll do this talk next month when we see Thunderbolts flop. Like I pay good money for some secret mission with Cap, Blade, Wolverine, and a Ghost Rider. Wanda Main should have been released this month as well. Maybe for TV shows because you don't actually go outside for those, right? Yeah, maybe you get more viewership with all the people staying indoors. Yelena and Wyatt aren't mantle swaps. Is she not the new Black Widow? Is he not the next Captain America? He got a super soldier, didn't he? What do we mean? It's not a perfect mantle swap, but it's enough for me to tell you it's a mantle swap. It just doesn't work. This plot is not that important. I think what you advertise, like what we see on the posters, which is a guy whose skin color is dark in some posters, and they'll put goggles on him, put Red Hulk on him, share the poster on the side here with Hulk. 1 second. The movie wasn't good enough. What are they gonna take though? What is the message that they're gonna say? He said no. How am I a troll? No, because you're always in a lot of people's streams, and I recognize your name before, but some of the opinions you give, maybe not troll, but you're definitely like not representing. Okay, figure drawing, you're not a troll. Figure drawing, who are you? You can answer that however you want to answer it, or you cannot answer it because I respect your privacy too. But then, who are you, figure drawing? I've seen you around. I remember the talk we had on Pantheon a week ago. What do you like? Tell me who you are. Back to the messaging. The messages that I'm picking up from this are mantles don't work. They might say, oh, Anthony Mackie sent that interview in Italy. Damn it. Oh, we didn't put him in front of the correct outlets. We wasted too much time advertising in Japan. Like, what's the message that they're going to come up with? What is the reason why, the narrative why this movie failed? Do they ever take accountability for the Israeli character, for their own decisions to do? Black movies don't sell is an impossible narrative because of Black Panther in 2018. All they got to do is contrast why this one didn't work and why the first time they've ever done it with their 18th attempt at a movie. The first time they did it worked enormously. They tried it again, so it's not a February thing. It's not a. Is it Anthony Mackie's fault? Like, what is wrong? Like, what's the narrative they make in their head? Oh, the racists. Oh, they slandered. They were really effective. The racists were doing negative videos. What are you gonna blame it on? Are you gonna blame it on yourself and your quality of your film too? You're gonna blame it on Nate Moore and fire him? He's a scapegoat. We can't even have him on Black Panther 3, Brian. Or bro, maybe they get rid of Ryan Coogler because Ryan Coogler's the one saying he can't do the movie because Chadwick Boseman is T'Challa, and though he couldn't do it. Well then, fuck Ryan. Bye, Ryan. Go do Sinners Part 2 and 3 and 4. But Ryan, go take Nate Moore with you because as we learned from Jeff Snyder, the only reason Nate Moore will continue with Black Panther 3 is that Ryan was begging to have him as part of the production. That's cool. That's friendship. That's brotherhood. I love it. But the brotherhood is like fixed on killing the greatest black character to ever appear on our screens. So therefore, brotherhood, go be brothers at Paramount. Marvel might need to get rid of these guys. Marvel might take Nate Moore as the scapegoat. I didn't even see Kevin Feige at the red carpet. He could have had a personal issue. That was a reason why he wasn't there. But I didn't see Kevin Feige at the red carpet. Nate Moore was the producer there answering these questions. Send the link. Okay. What, chill? 68% drop. This movie was a flop. When you only get 68% on your second weekend and it was already a low box office performance domestically, we're talking about a movie that flopped. I'm sorry, bro. That's it. That's the world that we live in right now. Blues House. I'm sending you the link now. This dude's about to be in his car. There, sent it to you. My view is shared by many. Too long didn't read. This Cap movie isn't fire. Ergo, it can kick rocks in regards to the box office. Brother, when the movie isn't fire, the movie the quality of the movie and it being good and people recommending it would show in the second week, the third week, the fourth week. But the movie didn't perform well on its first week before we knew it was good. I was wrong. I said you would be in your car.
I know you trying to play me like some kind of, you know what? We ain't even gonna go there, man.
You
What's
know,
good?
second time you got. Remember when you got me on Where the Dollar's At? We weren't on stream, but
you trying to play me, man. What's good?
Oh man, how you doing? And when I say how you doing, please don't take it the way you might take it. But how are you doing?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I came to disrupt your stream real quick, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take over. I ain't trying to come to take over. I just want to disrupt it real quick, man. February was a great month for Captain America, man.
Speak on it.
Great month. I told you what the whole basis of them dropping it in February was. I don't know why you don't believe that. I don't know why you don't believe that. If they would have dropped it in the summer months, they would have had to contend with all the other studios. They already don't believe in this movie. So since they don't believe in this movie, we're gonna drop it into the month that has less traffic and what we think we can get the largest demographic of to show up, which is in February. We got a black face on this movie, even though it's not a black movie. We got a black face on this movie. Let's drop it in February. Black folks will show up for it, but they just failed to understand that when nobody really checking for Cap anyway. But this movie was doomed to fail from the beginning. February is the perfect month to drop it in. Perfect.
Because the income taxes returns, everyone's got some disposable income.
Maybe that. It's just when I have a movie that I don't really believe in, because as you see, they don't believe in this movie. They don't believe in this movie. February, Black History Month, boom, I got them. Let's see how much we can get. That's it. That wasn't this movie. We looking at it to be successful. They got to do 650.
It's not doing that, but
no, I'm just saying it's got to be what, about 650.
Yeah,
they knew they weren't gonna get 650 out of this movie. That's why they dropped.
When did they know?
When did they know?
Because it wasn't 2019 when Steve gives the shield over to Sam. They were thinking,
no. Then I don't even know if they thought that they was going to do another Captain America movie.
Fine. When did they know that this was 650? It wasn't even going to grow 650.
650.
650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650. 650.
Probably doing all the reshoots. Probably all the reshoots. Probably the discourse of what everybody was saying online about. You got to think it was attacked from two different sides. The racists attacked it, right? Not my cap. And then even black folks attacked it. Why this cap? You know what I'm saying? So it got attacked from two sides. Now, whether they were right or wrong, you know what I'm saying? It was attacked from two sides. You know what I mean? Like, so ain't no way that they thought that this movie was going to do the numbers that they needed to do. This movie does not have legs. Won't have legs because, for one thing, you got it's kind of like what your boy said. What's my man? Heavy spoilers. You got the wrong villain. It's a mix. It's a mismatch in villainry. When let's just look at the movie, because I know you talking about the marketing. The marketing, fuck the marketing. Let's look at the movie, because people gonna go. They're gonna show up, and then word of mouth will make a movie have legs, right? We got Falcon Cap, Sam Wilson fighting the Red Hulk. Why do we have Sam Wilson fighting Hulk villains?
And when talking to him down. There was no big blast or no big, he took him with the shield. Let me take him into the atmosphere. Right. There was no fight. It was just a chat. That was how they did that.
We could have easily had a dope spy thriller or just a movie that showcased, even if we're going to have Falcon as Captain America, we could have had a dope Sam movie, him tracking down the Serpent Society, or him tracking Skrulls down, because we got this new president in, and the only reason why he the president is because the other president fucked up the whole Skrull invasion situation.
Seriously.
Right? But they didn't do that. They wanted to wrap up loose ends that nobody even care about no more. We don't care about the leader and what happened to him back in 2009.
Low-key, we don't care about Tiamat popping out of the ocean.
We done it right. You've made us forget about that. Why even, you know what I'm saying? Saved it. They could have saved all of that for the reboot, or saved that for the Avengers to tackle. This was not Sam's fight. This ain't even really his fight.
You're right, but the adamantium part, which again, it's not part of his fight, it's got to do with Wolverine. But the adamantium is doing setup, and we do like when things connect.
What is it setting up? Tell me, because hold on.
I don't know. Adamantium and the Weapon X program.
Is it? Because it's gonna be rebooted. So what's the setup?
Oh, you're right.
What's the setup?
Yeah, you just freaking introduce it in the reboot.
Why even introduce it now? Let's introduce it to make vibranium less effective than what it is, than what y'all done gave us. Y'all gave us the adamantium equivalent already. Vibranium. That's been the whole thing throughout fucking the MCU all of these years. Now all of a sudden, hey, right before we self-destruct this thing, let's introduce adamantium, and we can't use it because we're not introducing fucking Wolverine and nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Until the reboot. And with the reboot, we can do anything because we rebooting. We can start the story over, tell it this way, tell it that way. So why introduce it?
Stupid. So they're gonna blame their story? Is that what Kevin Feige's gonna do when he puts on his hat? He goes, "Oh, my story. I shouldn't have approved that. I should have got another script writer. We should have had another draft. I should have treated it like Blade."
They're just gonna move on. They're not gonna learn nothing from this. This is not gonna be a teachable moment for them. You know, I've been calling for Kevin Feige's head for probably about what, 3 years now, 2-3 years. Probably since you know me, I've been calling for Kevin Feige's head. So they're not gonna learn nothing from this. This is not a teachable moment for them. They believe that they are too big to fail. One thing I will say, maybe they are learning. The dude who created Sentry is saying that he is being brought on to be to help with the writing of the Sentry movie, if that even happens. That's a step in the right direction. You're actually getting, a creator involved to help you create this movie. But I just don't think that they learn from this. They're just gonna try, because it's low hanging fruit to say, the racist made this movie bad, or you know what I'm saying? It's just low hanging fruit. Instead of just looking at this movie and say, nah, this shit was pretty bad, y'all. Maybe we need to go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying?
I want them to go, the Mantle idea was pretty bad. Because a good movie, bad movie, that's what I mean. That's gonna fluctuate a couple $100 million, maybe, if it's good or if it's bad. But like the base core of, what the hell was that?
I don't know. Stop doing that though. Stop doing that right now. We just
you
nope.
You
get your hands. Just put your hands on your. There you go. All right, there you go.
So with a movie like the Inception, with the idea of it, you're probably guaranteed to only get a certain amount of million. And if it's good, you get that up by 100 million. So maybe a Falcons swapping his mantle movie with Captain America, you probably get looking at a 500 million. If it's good, it'll be 600. But if it's bad, it'll be 400. I think that's what we're looking at. A Black Panther movie.
I think they should have, not to cut you off, I think they should have looked at all the Captain America movies and what they done. Captain America is not the biggest one, they were great films.
Yeah. The first one was in the 300 millions. The second one was in the 700 millions. The third from Civil War, which is a crossover, over $1 billion, I think 1.1, I think.
Right. So if it didn't have, and you got to think, yeah, you got to think those last two Captain America movies were basically Avengers movies for the most part.
Not the Winter Soldier one.
Not Winter Soldier, but I mean, because who was in Winter Soldier? You had Natasha and fucking Falcon and Nick Fury was in it. You had more Avengers than not.
Yeah.
So to me, it still kind of was an Avengers
this one you got Red Hulk. You got the Israeli superhero too.
That don't nobody know.
Okay.
Don't nobody know these people. Don't nobody know who knew who Joaquin is. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier was not a bad show. A lot of people shit on that show. It was not a bad show. It had some bad moments. Overall, I don't think it was a bad show. I give it like a 7, right? I give it like a 7 out of 10. 6.5 to 7, something like that. Maybe and on a rewatch, I might could bump it up. Maybe, I don't know, but it's not a bad show.
Sure.
But nobody watched that shit. Ain't nobody watching it, right? All of these shows that they come out with that was supposed to add to, it didn't add to because nobody watches Disney Plus like that. Hate to say it, nobody watches Disney Plus like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not marketed to the general masses. We watch it as crazy ass MCU fans for some reason. We rush and watch it, but regular people ain't. They go down there for what's that shit, Bluey and all type. They not watching fucking whatever Marvel drops. You know what I'm saying? So they got to figure out a way. And I talked about in my video. Somebody gave me flack saying, "Oh, but they did give you background on Sam," and I'm like, no, you know it because you a fan. I'm talking about for the general audience, for the general public. It's just, damn, Sam is Captain America. When the fuck did that happen? I know they gave him the shield, but when did he become Captain America? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what people are looking at that shit saying, what is going on?
He could have had another film appearance somewhere, of end credit scene in Shang-Chi. It had Wong, it had Hulk, and it had Carol Danvers. Well, where was Sam? That would be good. If he's this Avengers assembler, he probably should have been featured there. Blue would disagree about the adamantium. That wasn't a misstep. They did that to pay off the Eternals and also to set up the mutants we saw in the Marvels end credit scene. That was another universe, though.
I get what he's saying. Now, I mean, if you feel that, I don't feel that the adamantium paid off anything. Eternals, people, cool movie. I like the Eternals. Like I said, some missteps. I like the Eternals, but nobody cares about paying the Eternals off. It's too late. They waited too late, and that's what I mean by the misstep. They waited too late to try to pull on these threads now because you about to reboot. It's too late. We got
the actor strike and the writer strike did delay them.
It did. So what?
I'm giving them that. I'm just saying we would have.
I'm just saying. So we got 3 movies left
until Avengers, the Thunderbolts, Blade.
No,
and
not with Blade. Why you keep pulling Blade? Where's Blade from?
There's no Blade movie.
What? So we got Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and then 2 Avengers movies. That's it. So we got 4 movies and reboot. That is it. That's your MCU. So why are we doing adamantium? Why do I care about Tiamat Island?
Understood.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's all.
In Falcon 1 and Thunderbolts, don't do it. I think it may hurt the Fantastic Four. We had Deadpool and Wolverine, and the rumors are Kevin ain't going to recast Wolverine, so why bother?
Wasn't an MCU film. And I'm not the only one who felt like that, but I was saying that when it was first announced and everybody was, the MCU was back. That was not an MCU film. It's not.
I want to add to that
on it, but it's not an MCU film.
Aside from the scene where he's talking to Happy Hogan in Tony Stark's office, Deadpool was not in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was in alternate universes the whole time. Not an MCU film. Not bad, not a bad film either. Good stuff,
Right.
and it felt good for a little bit until some of their TV shows came up after, and we were like, damn, yeah, Marvel is on a low point because we have to suffer through some stuff. Some people say this they have a good Spider-Man show, so good for them.
That Spider-Man but yet again, I don't think that's MCU proper, because the way that they are painting Spider-Man in that is he didn't show up to none of those events that happened, Sokovia Accords and all that other stuff. Yeah, so which is fine. I don't mind them doing canon, things outside of canon. Now, if they're saying our new direction is we're just gonna give you some dope stories that don't attach to nothing, make that announcement. Let's kick ass. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
William Moloch is so full of himself. Blade ain't coming out. William Moloch 2019.
I mean, he right, man.
No, he did not say that in 2019.
I believe it. I believe he did, man.
Comic-Con, he comes out with the hat, and William was like, he's not coming out.
William? I believe William. I believe William. I believe Mr. Moloch, man.
The Marvels was good for girls. Time out. The week that it came out, sometimes they have exit polls of these movie theaters. It was the same breakdown of male-female gender divide. Like, women didn't care to see this. They did for Barbie, because some of those same polls showed an overwhelming majority of a female audience.
Deadpool. I wanted to address that real quick, because, like you said, it was good for girls. No, it was a good movie. It was a decent movie overall. Don't let what the media was trying to push out saying, or that media pushing out saying that was a bad movie. It was just done wrong. It was done poor. That was another movie that Marvel just didn't care about. They had it just had got to the limit of where, all right, well, we got to release it. We got to release it. So they threw it out there. We had, like you said, the strikes happened and things of that nature, but they didn't. It had reshoots in it, but they threw that movie underneath the bus. That's what I believe.
It also didn't get a fair chance to be advertised. Only making 200 million. I think that we just learned the power of what it means for your star to show up on the couch here and there. Like, you need that. And Brie Larson.
Yeah, and for Marvel, I don't think people understand it. It's still, the brand of Marvel is still Marvel. Like, 200 million should be the day of, right? Or the week of. I should hit 200 million.
Yeah.
How in the whole total run of the Marvels I only hit 200 million? What did it, 318 or something like, or less than that?
It only made 205, 206.
How does that happen? Did somebody drop? And that's what I mean. Bad movies. There's one thing to have a bad, like, you get shit, ain't nothing been as big as Marvel. I'm trying to think of something comparable as big as Marvel, but it's really Wars? Hard. Maybe Star Wars. What's Star Wars' worst movie that you can think of? Solo. A lot of people didn't like Solo. What did Solo do?
I will check right now, but I was just on the Marvels, and they only grossed 206 overall.
206. That's crazy.
You want some Star Wars? Let's go Star Wars Solo story.
Not Rogue One, Solo.
Well, sorry, I just saw the word story and I clicked.
Yeah.
Solo. 392.
392. You mean to tell me, as big as Marvel's brand is, they couldn't get to 300, close to 400 with that movie? It should have hit that.
And that wasn't a February release.
And it wasn't right. It wasn't a February. It should have hit that. But
I guess it shows you what people don't care about. And it's like, I guess they didn't want to see non-Harrison Ford version of Han Solo. No one wanted to see that story be filled out. Basco, hello. Chi-Town. The only way they could have made the film good was if they used Omega Red as the villain instead of Red Hulk. He has adamantium, doesn't he? That sounds like a better idea.
He doesn't. He has that was their version of adamantium is carbonanium or whatever the fuck. I can't pronounce.
I remember that.
But it's the Russians' version of adamantium.
Not enough bigots in the MCU for the mutants to show up. Yeah, let's get J. Jonah Jameson somewhere. But then they don't want to pay that actor the money he's worth to sit down on a freaking chair. Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson, the J.K. Simmons guy, he's going to be priced.
Said he won. Yeah, no, he said he wanted to come back, though.
He wants to come back. He also wants to be paid to do it, and he's not going to. Did you see what Keke Palmer said at the Image Awards? Like, pay us. Did you see that?
Nah, I didn't see it.
She got an award. She said that basically they don't pay us.
I mean, they don't. I mean,
It's fire, though. The show is good. Blade will come out in 20 years. It's not negative, everybody. I honestly don't think we will see Blade Armor Wars or Black Panther 3 or 4 years, if not at all. Recast a younger Blade. No, you see, if you recast a younger Blade or you get like Keith Stanfield or something like that, I feel like the way things are constructed is for Mahershala Ali to lead a Blade film. If you get rid of the Mahershala thing, then it's going to be a Blade film in a Midnight Suns ensemble cast. You'll get a Blade appearance. I think Mahershala is the leading man, and we got to stick with our boy, and we can't give up on him. The first Captain Marvel did $1 billion too. Yeah.
And see, and you know what? Them changing the name to the Marvels, it's like they sabotage them. It's like certain movies I think they sabotage, man. I just think they sabotage. I think Captain America 4 was a sabotaged movie. It had nothing to, sure, Anthony Mackie did the best he could with what they gave.
Sabotaged. And thinking they're doing good. They thought they were helping Captain Marvel by changing the name. Now we're including
they shouldn't have changed the name. It should have been.
But which one of those characters is named Marvel?
Other than Miss Marvel.
Her name is, but then call it Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel. Call it Captain Marvel and Photon.
Captain Marvel. It should have been Captain Marvel in big wide print and the Marvels. That would have been fine.
As long as you have the word Captain Marvel and you signal to your audience, this is a movie quality hero.
Right. I'm with you. I forgot what I was just saying though. Oh, was it about Blade? No, because you was talking about Mahershala. Yeah, Mahershala Ali. I don't know. I think let him walk, man. I hear you. And I don't think you're wrong, Chill. I do think he is such a, the quality of actor that he is. He carries, what he carries and everything like that what he brings to the table. But I want to let him go so he can go off and be great elsewhere. Because to me, even though he is, we got Jurassic Park coming up, and it's another movie he was just announced in that he's shit. I even posted it on Twitter. I can't even think of it now. But I just want these actors to not get locked into this Marvel situation. It seems like the ship is actually going down. You know what I'm saying? And or if the ship isn't going down, it's ran aground. That's what I think it is. It's hit something, pop, and they don't know how to recorrect. Ain't nobody going out there to look at the damage, to assess, to try to. So I'm like, nah, get off that ship, bro. What? Get off that ship.
Your mother.
What?
He's starring in a movie called Your Mother.
Oh, I was like, you talking about my mama, dog? Hold on, man. I will come see you. Nah, you say your mother. Yeah, that's what it is. Is it a horror flick?
Yeah, with Bassem Tariq and the other guy that was supposed to do Blade.
Yeah, we're supposed to do Blade. That's what it is. The director of the one of the directors of Blade is not that, but it seems like Marvel is getting outdone by these creators. They coming in, they snatching their shit, and then going over and doing their movie. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Snatched up the Blade script to me, revamped it, took Killmonger and fucking. I think he had Jonathan. I really believe Jonathan Majors was going to be in that movie if he hadn't gotten in trouble. I don't think it was going to be two twins. I think it was going to be Jonathan Majors and fucking Michael B. Jordan. I think that's who the brothers was going to be. But they had to make a decision and made the decision.
I'm still supporting. I don't care, Ryan Coogler, you're the T'Challa Slayer. You're still gonna be someone who I need to be prominent in Hollywood. I'm paying to see your movie Sinners, and Blue's invited to that panel. I'm coming to see Magazine Dreams in March 21. Take a photo right outside the movie theater like this, just like Jonathan looks in the poster, be bulky and everything. It's gonna be
I'm going to watch it. No, most definitely.
Let's support what we care about, because when it comes to these movies, that the representation that Marvel's trying to give us, it's not working. 68% drop is why we started this video and why I went live. If we can bring it back to that, that's a terrible number to drop that extremely. It's only going to get worse. And unfortunately, that's just the world we live in. The narratives are going to come out. Black movies don't sell this and that. I focus on the Mantle stuff. And I hope we never get another Mantle again. With the X-Men and the mutants that we're going to getting right now, we have so many characters who are movie worthy. Don't just put them all in an ensemble cast and call it the X-Men and feel we're good.
Night Crash and Green Light.
So there's actually something wrong with your microphone every time you speak. Is it? Yeah, it's something wrong with the microphone. It sounds like you. Yeah, you said something about Storm and Bishop and Manifold. You said.
No, I said Night Thrasher.
Oh, Frenzy. She's all right.
And Green
Misty
Light.
Night.
Green,
There's
whatever. Like what was his name? What was his name? Man, that was your guy.
Ghostlight.
Ghost Light.
There's there's candidates they can choose. I heard they're going to get Luke Cage back, and they're thinking of using him. If Daredevil does well with their viewership, which it probably should do,
It will.
then people are going to want to get more of some of that Netflix stuff. They didn't create it, but they're not at a place where they can be picky. They'll take advantage of that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has an audience. Go call Chloe Bennett and get her in something.
I would love for them to get that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. back rocking. That was
There's already
shit.
an
I used to like that shit.
Cloak and Dagger probably has an audience too. If you can like reward them by showing up at a Spider-Man movie cameo, no one would expect it. And you could even keep someone in the same cloak you cover the actors in when they run on set. It's so easy. Cameos make things work. Think like have characters appear more often. They're at that point where they're at the reboot with Secret Wars. However, the reboot, quote unquote reboot works, soft reboot. We're there. Have Tom Holland show up every year in something, like, so I don't forget him. If you do a big event, make everyone talk about it in the next movie or in the next TV show. Make your TV shows related. You can do it, Marvel. You could have been advertising this movie for years, but for Falcon and Winter Soldier to come out in 2021, if this comes out in 2025, way too long. That's not how it worked the first time for you guys. Iron Man showed up in 2008, in 2010, in 2012. He had his own movie in 2013. 2015, he's on the Avengers. 2016, he's in Civil War. 17, he's in Homecoming. 18, Infinity War. 19, Endgame. They love Iron Man. Let's do the same thing and keep the character relevant.
That's where they're falling off at, is the development of these. A lot of people think just because they show up in the movie and say a couple lines, oh well, they did develop them. It's like, nah, man. If my big push is to have a solo film of said person, this decision is normally made at least 4 to 5 years down the road. So I got 4 to 5 years of runway. I need to prepare to launch this person into the air, right? Sam became Captain America how long ago?
In a 2019 film.
2019. So he had 5 years of just being, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 years. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out 21. So for 4 years, there was time to get Falcon right. Let's make sure people see Anthony Mackie with the red, white, and blue on, carrying the shield, taking down evildoers or whatever. They didn't do that. He could have.
They did. They showed him up at the Country Music Awards where he said, I'm Anthony Mackie, Captain America. That's what they did.
Right.
And you think the Country Music Award audience was enjoying that? No.
They probably didn't. They probably glossed that over.
The counter strategy has been working for them for the last 4 years, and they didn't support.
Nah, you gotta look, man. Like you said, Iron Man showed up in what movie? Iron Man showing up in Spider-Man. That's not even his guy, right? Iron Man showing up in Spider-Man. Iron Man showing up everywhere. Any way they can get RDJ in, they was getting him in. Just slide him into this movie, that movie. Nah, man. You got to do the same thing. If Anthony Mackie is going to be your vehicle to the future, which is what you're trying to present him as, then present him as that, which means you got to put him in these movies.
Yeah, they were trying to present him as. Not anymore. He's out of it. I just saw news that Shuri is going to be the Black Panther in Avengers, and I was kind of surprised to see that. I thought they'd do a variant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought they'd do a variant of T'Challa, but I saw that on one of those Twitter sites, Twitter news blog people. I agree, John and Michael B. Jordan was going to be together for sure. Hell yeah, Sinners and Magazine Dreams should inspire all to get into the shape and stay in gym. If Luke Cage shows up in Daredevil, it'll be a wow. It'll happen. Cloak and Dagger was my show. I was so mad when they canceled it after 2 seasons. Bunny Hopper. Sam Wilson should have been showing up in projects. Exactly, Blue. No, they didn't chill. Whatever we said 3 minutes ago, he agreed with it. CJH. This was a half decent movie, but it was clearly a Hulk movie where they didn't want to pay Universal. Yeah. They did the She-Hulk thing where they advanced Bruce's plot also, gave him a son. Yeah, they'll do anything but to pay Universal.
So, okay, so let's stay right there for a second. I know you got to go chill and, you're trying to wrap everything up. Why not just do She-Hulk with this plot? Like, imagine this plot could have worked for She-Hulk. The series, this whole plot could have worked for that show. It could have with the leader, intelligentsia, fucking.
But the creators don't mix. They don't talk to each other. They weren't planning this. Jessica Zhao did not speak with Malcolm Spellman. That's not how it works over there. They're so, "Oh, we got to keep things secret," and it's starting to hurt. Is this an attached universe or not? I don't care if the secret gets leaked. The only people who are going to know about it are a few people who know about it. Like, it's not going to hurt your box office
Emil
that much.
Blonsky, like all of that would have worked.
No, come on, bro.
It would have worked.
She's in law. She could have represented the president. Got him through a couple of, you know what I mean?
She finds out he's taking the pills to turn them into. They actually have a fight, a Hulk fight. What are we talking about?
Listen, thankfully the Russo brothers are rumored to be in charge of X-Men and all things mutants there. They'll make things connect. Why are you shaking your head? Isn't that a good idea?
I told you I'm lost on Marvel, man. I'm lost. I kind of don't even want them to come in and touch the X-Men. I kind of want the X-Men to just be what we got is what we got. We done. Give me another. Let me wait another 10, 15 years. Let me wait another 10, 15. I don't want them to touch that shit.
They have slots and slates like 2028. They already booked the May movie, the July movie. Everything's
do the new Warriors or something. Do the new Warriors. Let me get
Clayface. You want
I'm gonna just start.
The James Gunn strategy is not working. No, I don't want that.
Let me get something like that because I don't want them to touch it, man. It's gonna be bad.
It's Summer says my favorite guys.
Yeah. What's up, Summer?
But you know who's her real favorite.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
I don't want Russos on X-Men either. That's interesting. I wouldn't mind them. Like, who's more qualified than them? Joss Whedon, maybe? I'll give the Russos.
Oh, Joss Whedon on X-Men. You mean the guy who actually wrote an X-Men book for a while?
That would be awesome. But like, he's got some baggage.
I know he got his baggage with him. I know.
Shao Ray Fisher. I want to do X-Men right though. Every X-Men movie we got was a whole Wolverine and the X-Men.
X-Men, yeah.
Blue, could you do a whole year without comic movies from either DC or Marvel shows included? We could do a year.
Yeah, I can do a year. It's because it's other stuff out there and you know, I don't want to bring up the well, ain't no beef there, but it's other things.
Oh, please don't do that, bro.
I'm not. I'm just saying there's other things out there, and instead of always concentrating on this, we could be showcasing and highlighting the other stuff that is out there that is black centric or revolves around comic books or comic movies or things like that that's black. So yeah, I can do it. I watch Invincible. I watch Rings of Power. I watch fucking what's my other shit? It's a lot of stuff out there.
I know there's something coming back.
Whether it's gonna be good or bad. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
There's the Ianu comic book series that's getting adapted into a TV show for Cartoon Network. That's also going to be on HBO Max. It'll release the very next day, and the release date was April 5, if I'm not April 6.
Yeah, April 6th. Old Girl has a live action Old Girl from Jurassic Park. The Wonder Why she's starring in is based off a graphic novel. I can't think of the name of it right now, but she has a live action. Huh?
Is it Bitterroot?
No, it's not Bitterroot. Bitterroot would be dope. That would work as live action too.
Maybe Regina King is doing that one.
Oh, are they doing something with Bitterroot? You heard something about that?
Yeah, 3 years ago, yeah.
I would love to for them to do something with Bitterroot.
DeWanda Wise. I just Googled her name. I should have said comic book, right? Killer Bee?
Killer Bee. That's it. Yep, Killer Bee. So yeah, it's I can do without Marvel or DC.
We got some stuff.
Yeah, it's stuff out there we can do without.
I'm really, really happy for Ianu. When that show comes out and it's a weekly episodic, every Saturday morning, we're checking that out. I'm the place for Ianu. I'm be all over it. I'm gonna love it.
Chills. I'm the place for it. I like that.
I like the song that they have. Ianu is where it's at. Anzo, if you want to come join, come on and join.
Yeah, Lioness. Like it's stuff out there to watch, man. That's what I'm saying. Cross.
Abbott Elementary.
I'm watching Paradise. They just said the season 2 was coming out. Like it's stuff out there that I don't necessarily. Plus, it's stuff coming to the movie theater. Jurassic Park. I go watch Jurassic Park. Nah, I'm watching Jurassic Park too. That shit, and it look. I hate to say it, that shit look better than the 2 movies that it's up against almost a little bit. Superman and Fantastic Four.
It's a white movie. It's still.
I don't care.
Okay, I'm just saying. I thought we
dinosaurs
were like
the dinosaurs white. Oh, you talking about the humans in it. I'm going for the dinosaurs, bro. What you
Or
talking about? I'm going for the
dinosaurs of color.
And I mean, Mahershala is in it. He in it.
If you're not the lead, you're not the lead.
He in it.
Are people going to blame Harrison Ford for this movie flopping and doing 68% drop? No, they're going to look at Sam.
No.
They're going to look at Anthony. Also, Aldous is the showrunner for Cross. Confirmed the new season will debut late fall of or winter 2025.
That's solid. That's so around so about a year after it initially dropped. That's cool.
What do you
That's
say for Black critics who gets pushback from their own community being honest about this film? Is something you're telling me, Mike? Huh? Let me know.
That's
check
that's
out Jedi Mike's YouTube channel. I'll leave a link to it right now because we are just about over.
That's a good talking point, though, Jedi Mike. Like I think, we have the I'm rooting for everyone black. You know, Issa Rae came out and said, "Hey, I'm rooting for everyone black," which is cool, right? But as I'm rooting for everyone black, I can still be critical of black things, and I think people don't understand of being like when I'm critical of something, that means I want it to win or I wanted it to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't understand why there's backlash when some, you know what I'm saying, especially somebody of the same hue, somebody of the same skin tone criticizes another person of the same skin tone. I want you to win. I wanted you to, I held you to this high regard. I'm only critiquing. We don't critique trash like that. And I think that's what people don't understand. Like, we don't critique trash. There's a lot of trash shit out there that don't come across the desk at all.
Yeah, but look at his thumbnail. It's okay, but man, you deserve it. You deserve whatever they say about Jedi.
It's okay, but here go my issues. It's okay, but I'm fine with that thumbnail. It's okay. Okay, well, give me your butts. Just because, and I might not agree with your butts, but it's okay. He said it's okay. He gave it to dude that it's probably deserved of. It's okay. He didn't say don't go watch. He could have said, man, this shit is trash. He didn't say that. He said it's okay, but I got my reserves. People want you to just champion some shit just because it's a black skin, just because it's a black face. To me, that's disingenuous into getting the best product out. Chill. I could be like, yeah, go watch Chill. And then people come back, man, why you put me on Chill? That's some of the trashiest shit in the world. Like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Or you can say, man, go watch Blue. Blue be out here killing. And then the majority of people come back and say, that motherfucker it's bad.
That's a risk, though. That's a risk. I just put in the link right now, Jedi Mike's channel. You guys are allowed to say he's not the YouTuber for me. Or you can say he's awesome. It's up to you. You're not exempt from criticism. Actually, you should benefit from the criticism. So Mark with a C, he was interviewing Director X. He was the guy who did Robin Hood.
I know Director X.
So he said, "What are you doing? This is a negative portrayal." The next thing we see Director X pop up in, he's doing an episode of Cross. And I go,
from Toronto.
Yeah, he's a Toronto guy. Yeah. You just know things, huh? Yeah.
To me? Yeah. I know stuff, man. I drink and I know things.
So that impacted him, like the criticism he got from Mark, while other people were saying, my German roots are Robin Hood and you're appropriating our culture and getting mad at him, racial reasons. Here comes Mark. This is not the images we want to see. Why don't you focus your talents on something positive? And he's doing Cross. That's awesome. That's what we need. Criticism helps.
It's okay to do for Director X to do what he did, Robin Hood, and I think he only did it because Jamie Foxx was in it. But either way, he did Robin Hood, right? And it was a Eurocentric movie. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't bad, wasn't the best, but he wouldn't be my director to go to it because I think he did music videos back in the day. I think he's the one who put Melissa Ford into the game and things of that nature. But watching his journey, because it's a show that I watched, and it's about these witches. What's the name of that shit? It's about this black witch. Nah. This is it's this black witch, and he does. I think it might be his shit, but it's a pretty good show. You know what I'm saying? He directed majority of the episodes and stuff like that. So I like watching people's journey, watching people from the ground up, and seeing them go from doing shake it fast. Watch, you know what I'm saying? Doing that to doing now this, because he did that. I don't know if you knew he did mystical, but going from that to what he's doing now, that's dope. That's dope.
Biggerverse says that's not the Robin Hood that he did. So
what? It's another Robin Hood out here?
It was the one where they were robbing in the hood.
Oh, that joint. I thought he did the one with Jamie Foxx. Well, hey, Robin in the Hood. What the hell is Robin in the Hood? I'm lost now. I ain't never seen that one. Okay, I'm with it. Who is this?
Let me change the layout because
Hold
that's
on.
this is the Pantheon layout. You're not Pantheon. None of you guys are.
who on the bottom?
Bigger Furt Entertainment.
Oh, okay. What up, Bonzo?
What's up? Hold on, give me a second.
It's okay. We don't need to see your face. We just want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna.
Okay, guess we see your face now.
Going, you know what I mean? I always gotta get something going. What's going on? How you guys doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. So the Robin Hood he did was a little Canadian show. It was on Global, and it was a bunch of black people where they were in the hood and they were robbing people and stuff like that. So yeah,
I might have talked shit about that show. My bad. Hold on, let me double check. I might have did a video on that show back in the day. With a Y, right? ROBYN. It was about the female Robin Hood. No, nobody listening. Nobody.
That
hear me?
sounds right.
Okay, yeah. I did talk a little shit about this show. Yeah.
You did say Canadian. It was that little Canadian show. You said
Did
like
I
it was
say that?
bad. Yeah.
No. Hey, look, let me tell you this. Y'all put out some of the dopest.
Degrassi.
It was a time. Fuck Degrassi. It was a time I was on. Now I ain't really fuck with Degrassi like that. It was a time.
Get a load of this,
man.
CJH, I am Canadian.
I'm trying to give y'all do, and then you want to put me on. Look, man, y'all was running like the B list, and I'm not saying this in a bad manner. Like the B list shows, fucking that was on like Sci-Fi or USA and TNT and things like that. Everything was done in Toronto. Everything.
Did you just call Canadian TV B list?
I did.
That's what
two.
it sounded like to me, you know.
I know. Why did he do that? Like we gave him the opportunity to retell his story, and then here he comes on some America USA.
Look, man, I'm giving y'all props, man.
Calling us B movies.
Y'all was killing the game. Y'all was killing it. Those movies were those shows were like B-list shows. There's nothing wrong with the B-list show.
We had good kids programming though. Life with Derek was awesome.
No, y'all did. That's what I'm saying. It's like y'all kept that. The quality was there. The storytelling, all of that was there. Some of the best shows that I watched during that early 2010s, late 2000s, early 2010s, all of that was Canadian. All of that.
And the greatest rapper of all time started on Canadian.
I loathe Canadian Trump supporters. Y'all are not American yet.
I thought Tupac was born now.
The N Network was good. I'm not sure what that is. It's a couple of towns over, but a drive away. Arrow was shot in Canada. Everything gets shot here. It's cheaper to shoot things here.
Oh, CJ says he's born in Nova Scotia. My background is from Nova Scotia. My mom was from Amherst, and my whole family's still in Nova Scotia. Big up CJH.
Yeah, Orphan Black, Continuum, Frontier, like a lot of these joints, man. I just had to Google it real quick so I could remember what shows I had. Rookie Blue was my shit.
I like that
because they're not memorable. You had to Google them to remember which.
No,
Canadian
man,
shows you're
I
watching,
watch a lot of stuff. I watch a lot, man. I watch a lot.
Wishbone was Canadian.
I'm just messing with you.
Killjoys was dope. My bad. What'd you say? Wishbone? Yeah, Wishbone.
Yeah. I want to support my own people. However, as a black journalist who want to see my people succeed, we have to be honest about what is being shown, and more importantly, the characters they are promoting.
You right, man. That go back to what you be saying, Chill. And I say, hey, it's a lot of black stuff, or it's a lot of positive black out there. It's just we don't big it up, and that's what I don't like. Like when I first started off, I was trying to do that, and it didn't get a lot of traction. So then I just said, well, fuck it, I just stick with the Marvel, the regular shit that everybody else doing. But it's a lot of black stuff. It's a lot of black shows out here. And that's not Tyler Perry. Well, it's just Tyler Perry. No, it's a lot of black shows that's doing numbers, that's running longer seasons. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's on Netflix or any of these other things, they getting up to 3 to 4 seasons is actually pretty good. People are like,
Abbott Elementary is at season 4 now.
Yeah, that's good. Like most TV don't make it past 6.
Yeah.
If it's good, 6 is like the cutoff. So once you get to 4, like people start looking at like you can't look at shit like what's the little hospital show? Grey's Anatomy.
Blackish.
That shit.
Oh,
What? No, I'm just saying because Grey's Anatomy is like damn no, I think it's on 20 something.
yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can't. That's an outlier. You know what I'm saying? And they just want that show to work, so they just gonna keep pushing it no matter what. And it's got the fans that it's got. It's on fucking
Loyal
soap opera level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
Hey, McDreamy,
Bell-
McSteamy, I'm there.
yeah, no, I watched that coming up. I ain't watched it in a while, but I watched it all the way to probably
No.
12, 13, 14 once. Yeah.
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 Me too. Like honestly, that's about my cutoff for the show also.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something I binged. It wasn't something I was watching as the weeks were going on. 6 seasons, yeah. Hey, we're not here to talk about Grey's Anatomy or any of that stuff.
Hey, I'm a peace out, man. I just wanted to come and disrupt your channel for a minute, man. I appreciate you letting me come on, chill, man. Y'all kill it the rest of the way. I'm out.
What's going on, Blue? You
Where
good?
you going?
Good to see you, man.
Nah, I just got some look, man. I only came to fuck with you, man, and to tell you that Yelena
He's wrong.
and what you call it are not swaps. They not mental swaps. They their own character. They their own character. So that's it.
Is that all you want to say?
Yeah,
Nothing
that's
more?
all I'm gonna say as I'm out, man.
Good.
Peace out.
I sent a link to Jedi Mike who asked me for a link, but he didn't show up.
Do I know Jedi Mike? I don't think so.
It's the guy who was writing things in the live chat.
Oh, okay. I got you. So what were you talking about? Because I heard some Brave New World talk and then it ended.
The drop. It was a 68% drop.
Yeah. And I know people are going to complain about that, but
what's the narratives then? Tell us. Why did it make such few money? Why is it performing worse than other Captain Americas? Tell me, Anzo, right now. Give me answers.
Because he's black. That's it, right?
Yes. The skin color, that's all?
Yes. Well, I mean, because the movie isn't bad, right? The Rotten Tomato audience score was sitting around 80%. I don't know what it's at now. Most people that I talk to kind of enjoy the movie. So 100%, that's what it is. I mean, it's better than the first Avenger. I didn't like the first Avenger, so I think it's better than that. So out of all the Captain America movies, it'll be third, right? Because it's not better than Civil War. It's
also not a Captain America movie, but okay.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 100%. What do they call him in the movie, Joe?
Sam.
No. Hey, Cap, how you doing, Cap? Good job, Cap. Thank you,
even his
Cap.
villains called him Cap. You're right. Like,
yes.
So I'm worried just about the narrative and how much money the movie dropped and how much they didn't make. What will they say? What will they do? Will it, like coming into the future when we watch Comic-Con next year or Comic-Con in 5 months from now? Will they say, "Here's our slate"? Blade, after Secret Wars, like what do they do? What's in between Secret Wars and Doomsday? We just still don't know what's in between that movie. A Spider-Man movie, we think. We don't know what they're doing, and it's so confusing. It's so bothersome. It's Marvel right now. I used to love these guys. They say anything they do, I'll be interested. But where are they? Did they learn their lesson yet? Did they learn the correct lesson? 68% drop it means you guys were doing something wrong from the beginning, bro. It means that even your movie quality wasn't good. They turn that 68% into a 62%. Your movie quality just wasn't saying much. No one wants to watch your movies. They'll wait for streaming. That also affects it because of the close window it has from streaming to theatrical release, which they've been working on. They need to collect information and then implement it properly. And then when they stop doing that, when they start doing that, we can see a turn. And then we can see more movies with Photon, Luke Cage maybe. And I mean starring movies, not supporting cast. We can see movies where Falcon is leading. We can see the Black Panther, not the mantle of it going to someone else. We can see him return to being on our screens. What message will they be learning from this, Anzo?
So I will tell you this. I do agree with you. It doesn't look good, especially, how they feel about Black people movies. It's like, oh, well, Black people don't even want to go see it too, right? So I can see that. But to be fair, The real issue is that its first week it was good, but it wasn't great because most movies have a 50 to 60% drop in their second week anyways. That's why a lot of the movies, their budget, well, not their budget, but their box office, a lot of it comes from that first week. So if it had done a better first week, like let's say in the first week it made, I don't know, 400 million or something like that. Then people said, oh, had a 60% drop. It wouldn't mean that much, right? It's just the fact that it only made about, what was it, 200 and something million? So yeah,
Overall, yeah. But domestically, their opening weekend
was
last week,
100.
if you just
Yeah,
look at the 3 days, the domestic opening weekend was 88 million.
yeah. Yeah, so pretty much that's the reason why. Because like I said, most movies
Actually,
have
when
a
you
big
when
drop.
you only gross 88 only, but when you only gross 88 million, you think the drop is going to be something more level than 68%.
True, but again, like someone said in the comments, Phase 4 hasn't been that great, right? So if you look at the movies that really did well, it's Far From Home, Deadpool, Wolverine, so all these ensemble movies that did well. You look at the rest of them, and they've pretty much did bad business. So I think it's on trend with what's been going on with Marvel. And I agree with you 100%. When those first couple of phases came out, I didn't think Marvel could do any wrong. Even after Endgame, it was like, oh, I can't wait to see who the big bad in the next couple of phases are. And they completely dropped the ball. Completely.
Sorry, I was sending purple link. Everyone wants to join.
Yeah, no problem.
Guys, I have a life, bro. I was trying to end this stream 16 minutes ago.
But I still think it's
Thank you everyone for being here.
It's kind of tough now to predict how much it's gonna end with, but maybe 350 million. Oof.
You hear yourself? Maybe it'll make 350.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 350. At first, I was saying 400 to 500, but now I gotta drop it down with that. So 350 is mine.
Yo. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, but I got places to be, bro. This is we're in overtime right now. Let me know.
I would just say that I, as a journalist, I gotten a lot of pushback for my review for Captain America: Brave New World. And I'll say it's frustrating because I want to not see him keeping my journalistic integrity. Is the fact that we care about our image, right? But yet we have to be intellectually honest. We know our own community when it comes to us and our image in the media. We know when we're talking about terms of like DEI, right? E stands for what? Equity. Equity means what we own. We own characters like Blade. We own characters like T'Challa. That belongs to us. We understand that, Marvel Corporation IP, we get that. But those characters have been, attached to us for years. And so in the community, that narrative goes on. Like, who's our characters? Luke Cage, Blade, John Stewart, Green Lantern, all these characters, right? But now what you're seeing here is that they're pushing characters like Sam Wilson, who's not a bad character in terms of the Falcon, but yet you want to have this character as Captain America, and I'll put it on Black History Month, thinking that, well, the last time we put a black superhero in Black History, we made $1 billion. That's gonna work. No, it's not. No, it's not. So I waited for the second week and for the box office drop to happen. And it was inevitable because I was going to work on doing a video talking about the legacy characters, because this, enough's enough. We can't have to be intellectually honest about this. Our community does not care. Our community does not care about Black Captain America. We care about, Isaiah Bradley. We like Josiah X. We like, he like Bradley. But do they have the balls to put Josiah X in the MCU? I guarantee you, no. So this is the thing. You have to understand, when we as a community, when we're actually reviewing the product that they're putting on screen, and that when we're being honest, because we care about our image, and we only have a few select spots when we get there in the cinema. And so when we have a missed opportunity like this, yes, it is more frustrating. And I'll give more smoke to this movie, and I will give to Madam Web and Craven stuff, because they weren't trying to be good movies. So that's sort of frustration. I got called a bunch of names from my own folks because of this my opinion for this film. But yeah.
They're just mad at you because you voted for Trump.
What up, y'all?
Hi, Perp.
What up, Perp?
So, my just thing about this movie, like most people went into this movie already going to hate it, so it was going to be doomed to fail
Facts.
anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's normally how movies go nowadays. Like things get announced, people already make up their mind and stuff like that. You know, it's not even like I don't even think it was a bad movie. You know what I'm saying? I just maybe the timing was off, or you know what I'm saying. But you know, it is what it is. Regardless of how if they would have called it Falcon, whatever, it would have still played out the same. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Because
And
people,
go
because
ahead.
majority of people, let's be honest, they don't fuck with black stories like that or black characters like that. Like they really don't. Like
And you
like go ahead,
go
go ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead. Finish saying.
No,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
No, I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say you're right though, because it's not a horrible movie. Like you can't tell me that this movie is worse than Eternals or Thor: Love and Thunder or even the ones you said, Madam Web and those movies. Like it's not as bad as those movies. So to put there and say that it's one of the worst Marvel movies or have it the worst rating, that is totally unbelievable to me.
It
You're
feels more
muted
like
if you're saying
like
something. Mike.
it feels more like a phase one movie, anyways. But
Yeah, but I think it's better than, like I said earlier, I think it's better than the first Captain America, the first Avenger. I didn't like that movie at all. I think it's better than that. Is it perfect? No, it has a lot of issues with it. You can see that 100%, but it has some really good stuff in it too, as well. So I don't hate on
yeah,
it.
I've seen people like I've seen certain like clips go around. People like, oh, I'd rather watch Madam Web than this. I'm like, bro, that lets me know a lot. Like right there, it's like
Right.
there's no way. There's no way. Like I would never watch that movie again. But I'd rather watch this movie again than
There's no
this
benefit to comparing it to the basement level. They thought they were going to get that Black Panther money. No, they not. LMAO, and he's laughing. Why is he so passionately laughing about this instead of being upset that a black movie with a black lead didn't win? Because there was no foundation here with Sam calling himself Cap. Probably would have made much more if people around the world didn't get turned off because he was a blackface. But yes, it made money. Yeah, that's what Black Panther would have done. No, Phase 1 had a direction. Yeah, Phase 1 did have a direction. They had Infinity Stones. They were leading somewhere. The characters kept reoccurring. I
but
don't want to rehash
not every
everything I
movie,
told you, but the
but not
pride.
every. I was just gonna say not every movie like dealt with the Infinity Stones at the same time too. It was pretty spread out.
Okay. Ant-Man had the worst movies in the MCU, followed my half the Thor movies. Followed by half of the Thor movies. I don't see what's so funny about that. They flipped a coin for every Thor movie. I'm flipping a coin on this. Coming to an end. Thank you for being here. I'm chill. I'm out. Subscribe to Jedi Mike and Big Afraid Entertainment and Perp Minded. Subscribe to Bluminati also. Subscribe to Tori and Rain Reloaded, who was here, and the CJH Entertainment. See, spread the love.